Hi everyone. Before you check your phone, before the notifications light up your screen and the world starts pulling you in 100 directions, just stop. Be still. Breathe. That breath you just took, that's life. That's possibility. That's your proof that you were given another chance, and it matters more than anything else today. We rush through our mornings like we're already behind, like the moment our eyes open, we're in a race we didn't ask to run. But what if, for just a moment, we looked at waking up as the first victory of the day? What if we realized that opening our eyes wasn't just routine, it was sacred? Because here's the truth, not everyone got that chance today. Someone went to bed last night with plans for this morning, meetings, calls, dreams, ideas, but didn't wake up. And here you are, awake, breathing, alive. That means something. That should move you, not out of fear, but out of reverence, out of deep, soul-level gratitude that life chose you again. You didn't earn this morning, but it was gifted to you. So ask yourself, what are you going to do with it? Will you scroll, stress, and stumble into the day distracted? Or will you rise with intention, knowing that your presence here is not accidental? You see, the world doesn't need more people just going through the motions. It needs people who are awake, not just physically, but mentally, spiritually, emotionally. People who remember that being alive is the foundation of every single dream, every goal, every breakthrough. There's power in that moment when your feet touch the floor. That's the moment you decide, who am I going to be today? Not what do I have to do, but who am I going to be? Will you be someone who shrinks to fit in, or someone who dares to stand tall? Will you let yesterday's fears dictate today's choices? Or will you choose to show up anyway, with your heart wide open and your courage on display? You may not feel like you're ready. That's okay. You don't have to feel like it to act like it. Read that again. You don't have to feel brave to be brave. You don't need every piece of the puzzle to take the first step. Sometimes all you need is a pulse and a reason. And you've got both. You woke up, that means you got purpose still unfinished. You got people to impact, dreams to chase, healing to do, love to give. Don't minimize that. Don't treat it like it's nothing. It's everything. So many people wait for a sign to start living like they matter. But if you're waiting for a sign, let this be it. You woke up. That's the universe's way of saying there's still more for you. More laughter, more growth, more truth, more victory. The world may try to convince you otherwise. It'll tell you that you need more money, more followers, more beauty, more time. But I'm here to remind you that none of those things matter more than the breath you're taking right now. Because with that breath, you can choose. And the power to choose is where transformation begins. So choose to speak kindly to yourself. Choose to walk with purpose. Choose to look at the people around you and remember they are fighting invisible battles too. Choose to treat this morning not as an obligation, but as an opportunity. You woke up. That's first victory. That's your foundation. Everything else is built on top of that. You don't need a perfect plan today. You don't need to have everything figured out. What you need is to carry this truth with you. You are still here. And because of that, anything is possible. I know that voice, the one that creeps in just when you're about to try, the one that whispers in a soft but dangerous tone, "You're not good enough. You don't belong here." Or, "Who do you think you are?" It sounds convincing, doesn't it? Familiar. Almost like it's telling you the truth. But let me tell you something that voice doesn't want you to hear. It's not speaking truth. It's speaking fear. It's not protecting you, it's limiting you. And the only reason it's so loud is because your potential is even louder. Your dreams, your purpose, your power, they threaten the comfort of that voice. That voice is fear wearing the mask of reason, and you've been listening to it for far too long. Maybe it started years ago in a classroom where someone made you feel small, or at a job where your work went unnoticed, or maybe it started in your own mind, comparing yourself to a version of success that wasn't even yours. But you are not the sum of your doubt. You are not the weight of your insecurities. You are the sum of everything you've survived. You are every time you got back up when life knocked you down. You are the quiet resilience no one clapped for. You are the courage it took just to show up again and again. And showing up matters. More than perfection, more than confidence, more than credentials. Because every time you show up, despite the fear, despite the voice telling you not to, you chip away at the power that doubt has over you. Every single step forward, even if it's shaky, is proof that you're not controlled by your fear. You're led by your purpose. You don't have to be fearless. That's not the goal. Fearlessness is a myth. The goal is to be brave in spite of fear, to hear that voice say, "You can't," and still respond with, "Watch me." That's real strength. That's what makes people unstoppable. Not that they never doubt themselves, but that they never let the doubt make the final decision. I've seen women rise from places they were told they'd never escape. I've seen women start over with nothing but a dream and determination. I've seen women love again after heartbreak, speak after silence, rebuild after everything fell apart, and I need you to know you are just as capable, just as powerful, just as deserving of the life you're dreaming about. You don't need someone else's permission to start believing in yourself. You don't need to wait until you feel ready. Confidence doesn't come before the action, it's built through it. Every time you speak your truth, you grow stronger. Every time you take the risk, you quiet that inner critic just a little more. That voice of doubt, it's not original. It's been saying the same things for years. But you're evolving, you're growing, you're becoming someone who knows how to recognize the difference between fear and intuition. You're learning to separate the discomfort of growth from the pain of self-betrayal. And when you feel that resistance, that hesitation, that voice trying to pull you back into your old story, ask yourself, is this doubt or is this the edge of my breakthrough? You were not born to live a small, quiet life. You were not put here to shrink into other people's expectations. You are here to disrupt, to challenge, to rise. There is a fire inside you that's been waiting for permission to burn. Don't wait any longer. Your life doesn't begin when everything is perfect. It begins the moment you decide to stop giving fear the microphone. Start walking like you belong in every room you enter. Start speaking like your words carry weight, because they do. Start dreaming like your ideas matter, because they do. Let your actions speak louder than your doubts. Let your effort drown out the noise. Let your potential lead the way. There is someone out there who needs what only you can bring. Someone who needs your story, your courage, your unique voice. And they'll never get to see it if you let that inner critic win. So show up. Even if your hands shake, even if your voice trembles, even if you're scared. Because the world needs more women who don't wait to be furious. They just decide to be brave. This day doesn't owe you anything. It's not obligated to unfold exactly how you want it to. It's not here to pamper your plans or bend to your schedule. This day is neutral until you give it direction, until you show up and make something out of it. That's your responsibility. That's your power. We often wake up assuming the day will just go well if you stay out of trouble, avoid discomfort, stick to the checklist. But you weren't made to merely survive the day. You were made to shape it. You were made to step into it with boldness, to leave your fingerprints all over it by the time the sun goes down. No one owes you a perfect morning, a supportive environment, or a lineup of easy wins. But you owe this day your attention, your presence, your fire. Because the clock is ticking whether you move or not, and while others sleepwalk through their routines, you have a chance to wake up and own every moment like it was made for you. You've been gifted 24 hours, one full rotation of the planet, and inside that rotation is potential. Conversations that can shift lives, decisions that can change your future, habits that can rewrite your story. You have no idea how much power rests in the simple decision to show up with intention. We waste so much time waiting for clarity, waiting for motivation, waiting for someone to tell us we're ready. But the truth is, clarity comes from movement. Confidence comes from action. Readiness is built, not discovered. If you're breathing, you're ready. If your heart's beating, you've got purpose left to fulfill. Too many people walk through life like they have time to spare, like they can put off joy until Friday, like their passion can wait until they've paid off the car or finished the degree. But life doesn't work that way. It's not waiting for you to get organized. It's moving fast. And you either catch the moment or let it pass. You can't be passive and powerful at the same time. You have to choose. You can't keep handing your time over to distractions and your energy over to self-doubt, then wonder why your dreams feel so far away. The truth is, what you want is already reaching for you. It's just waiting for you to start moving in its direction. No, this day doesn't owe you anything. But the fact that you're still here means you owe it everything. Not because you're obligated to be perfect, but because you're capable of being present. Because you're capable of waking up and choosing who you want to be, instead of letting the day choose for you. And I know it's hard. I know some mornings you wake up feeling tired before the day even begins. I know what it's like to look at the mountain ahead and think, I'm not strong enough for this. But you don't have to climb the whole thing before sunrise. You just have to take the next step. One step toward being the version of you that you know is waiting underneath all the fear, the pressure, the noise. That version of you, the powerful, focused, grounded version, isn't a fantasy. She is real. She is in you already. And every decision you make today either pulls her closer or pushes her further away. So don't wait for a perfect moment. Don't wait for the right mood. Don't wait for certainty. Start now. Get up, move with purpose, speak with clarity, love like time is short, because it is. Create, act, grow like it matters, because it does. You don't need the world to validate your effort. You don't need the stars to align before you take yourself seriously. What you need is to look at this day like it's sacred. Like it's a stage and you've been called to perform. Like it's a blank canvas and you're holding the brush. Because this isn't just another Tuesday or Wednesday or any other day that blurs into the next. This is the day, the one you were given, the only one that's guaranteed, and it's up to you to decide how it will remember you. So take this moment and claim it, not with hesitation, but with heart. Walk into this day knowing it was never promised, yet here you are, alive, capable, and full of untapped strength. The world may not roll out a red carpet for you, but you don't need one. You are the light, the force, the reason today has meaning. Don't just go through the motions. Go make a mark. Speak louder than your fear. Move bolder than your doubt. And show this day exactly who you are. Because the moment you decide to rise, the day rises with you. If you learned something new from this tutorial, don't forget to like and subscribe.